Yo, what's happening, you guys? I hope y'all doing great. I had to look at this, you guys. I had to do a video on this because I couldn't believe this shit, man. I know you guys know what's going on with Derrick Jackson and his stuff like that. And I want to tell you guys, if you don't know much about him, so Derrick Jackson is a relationship coach and specifically speaks to women. He tells them a lot of things. So on the Black Manosphere, if you follow AMS, Steph is Cold, MJ Get Right, Fit X Fearless, O'Shea Duke Jackson, Kevin Samuels, all of them people and stuff like that. There's this division. There seems to be there's a line in this Black Manosphere, and they all dislike Derrick Jackson, and they say that he's a liar. And for the women, because women will most definitely come to his defense, and it's because he says a lot of nice things. He says a lot of good things to women and about women, and it's not to say that those things shouldn't be said, but it's the fact that he lies. How does he lie to women? Well, first off, he doesn't abide by his own rules. He's exempt from the rules that he tells women that women should uphold against the men that they date and that they court and shit like that. And that is the reason. This is the thing that we've been people on the other side of the Black Manosphere have been trying to explain and express to people. But actions speak louder than words. And let alone Derrick did it himself. We didn't have to do it. Now you guys can see it for yourself. And so not only did he come out exposing himself, but my nigga did a reaction video to himself. God damn. This shit is crazy. So we're gonna watch this together, you guys. It's 8 minutes long. Let's see what the hell is going on. I haven't seen it, so this is first time for me too, you guys. Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Hello guys, Derrick Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter.
Bro, this is crazy. Like he looking at himself and his wife like they total strangers. Like I gotta tell you, man. I love the the audacity. I'm not gonna lie. the general like not giving a fuck about this shit, bro. I can respect that.
And one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. So the same way that I preach, you know, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jackson's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bet and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys. So we're bringing that forth to you guys.
So first and foremost, I gotta say that I gotta give him his props for any man coming out, and especially if you have a platform like this, especially like if which your blatant actions are a direct contradiction to the message that you put on your platform that you even known for, that you've been elevated for. I gotta give him his props for even doing that. You know, you gotta do that. So I'm not gonna completely chop him down, which I know a lot of people expected and want to happen. We gotta take the goods for the bads. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take it all into context. And in this instance right here, he's actually taking the time to really like talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do.
Baby, if you say something, it better be exactly what we rehearsed. You better not go off script. I don't want no improvs. Remember, it's that ass is gonna be held accountable after these cameras come off. That's what that look is right there. Right there. I'm just kidding.
I want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. When I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate.
It was a cut. This wasn't unedited. There was a cut. It's really interesting. I want to know what she was saying when he cut that.
Do so. And I stayed.
A lot of people don't know this, but the best way to make money with Amazon is
when it comes to these types of videos, you guys, it feels a lot more genuine than if it's an unedited video. I understand, people want it to be like, clear cut and shit like that, but something as serious as this, man, it should have been unedited. Anyways, let's get back into it.
No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stood firm on, I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or haven't known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have moved forward from it. We have gotten counsel for it and continue to do so. He is still continuing to pursue God and continuing to seek guidance and wise counsel from men of God. So today, where I'm at is at peace, and I proudly stand by his side, and I have no hesitation, I have no hurt, no shame about that. We have already turned a new chapter.
I highly suggest every single person go watch Kevin Samuels' High Value Men Cheat video, and she sounds like that anchor woman. She sounds like the type of woman that should be wifed. She sounds like she's accepted it. Obviously it definitely did a great number of damage to her, like, trust and ego and stuff like that, because you've got to be honest. Again, this right here would not have been happening if he was honest. And this right here, what's the opposite of honest? A lie, right? So this is why we say that Derrick Jackson is a liar. He lies to women. He doesn't abide by the same. It's like, oh man, I can't even. It's too many examples out there of an authority, right? He's got a lot of followers. A lot of people listen to him and listen to his words. He's an authority. A lot of people, positions of power, abuse their power, but expect others to do the opposite of what that person does. Parents do it. Police do it. Politicians do it. Bosses do it. Supervisors. Man, everybody, it's human nature. But you can avoid that if you're honest. The honest leader. Someone who's transparent with shit. We don't want to have to always second guess and wonder if you're going to bring some fucking disease or some shit, mess up. Because, like, right now, right, I don't have buku amounts of money and shit like that, right? There is still a sense of respect for another human being that you gotta have if you're gonna be stepping out. If you're gonna, and not even stepping out, but if you're gonna be sexually active with multiple people, you don't want to give that to, especially if you love your wife. You don't want to give her no diseases. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, what do they say, dirty dick? AMS, he doesn't necessarily care about, like, he posted a video of a dude coming in and calling and saying, he was like, yeah, I don't want to have sex with this other girl because I had just had sex with another girl. And he's like, what? You better not give a damn about giving that girl a dirty dick. You better give it down to her and shit like that. Some men do that. Some men, it's okay, right? Look, I'm all for getting the best out of life. And if that is part of it, you know what I'm saying? At least put a condom on. At least do that. You know what I'm saying? Wash off a little bit. Go in the bathroom, say, hey, let me use the restroom real quick. You should have washed off, you know what I'm saying? If that, hey. But I'm just still saying, though, you still gotta respect the old girl. But anyways, let's see. Let's listen.
In this story, we are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you. I forgave him, and most importantly, God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So
Absolutely.
That's all I have.
If you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Mm-hmm. Nothing works until it comes into alignment with biblical.
All right, look, I'm gonna let most of the video play out from here, but I just hate it when people put things all on God. This is like literally he just shifted his accountability to God's, even though he did said nothing's right unless it's right with God. It sounds good. It sounds good, you guys, but no, that's a convenient way to escape your accountability in this situation. What would have been a way to express that or even reflect accountability in this sense? And it's like the way that he could have did this is, yeah, even though we're saying that we're all good and stuff like that, it matters when I wasn't honest. I wasn't honest with her, and I want to tell you guys, as my audience, you guys, that I have not been living the code that I preach to you guys. I expect all of you women to do this to men, and I don't expect none of you men to do any of that shit to your women. And I did the very thing that I told you guys not to do. It's gonna take a lot for forgiveness, but I want that. I'm not perfect. I've been a hypocrite. This is just a step that's gonna help me and my wife get through the situation like this. I've got a lot of work to do on my end. God is definitely in my life, and I realize I have a lot of energies or unresolved trauma, conflict in my life, to the point where I wanted to be dishonest to my wife. And I'm gonna ask God to assist me in that. No, God doesn't wash away your problems. He doesn't. You still gotta meet him halfway. He doesn't just automatically just wash all your shit away, and that's my issue that I have with this. I haven't read the Bible. I'm not all into it. I'm familiar with it. I grew up in a Christian household. There was just a lot of issues with the way that I saw people practicing Christianity, so I stepped away from it. And I'm trying to learn in a different eye. And this type of rhetoric that I hear from people that does religion terribly. This is horrible. The way, like, this is why the masses choose not to have religion. And so what comes in place of religion? Drug usage, escapism, witchcraft, and working crystals or other conventional methods, or just straight up atheism. That's what comes in place of religion, right? Or Scientology, using science to prove everything. Or you be a complete straight Christian and think that religion, not even just Christianity, but just any religion is the sole best thing in the world. It's not. That's what I had to say.
Cool standard of how God told us to do things, especially when we're talking about a marital, spiritual covenant. Yes. You know, you cannot do this by your own understanding, your own intelligence, your own willpower, your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things, to stay away from certain things, to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be. What does this have to do with you?
So, when I looked in the comments of this video, I don't know if old boy was trolling or not, but he said, D, I think I want to see a reaction to this video. So let's do it. And by the way, I'm going to speak in third person. A lot of you already seen this, but this is Derrick Jackson. A lot of people think of him as a relationship expert and guru and all of that. Well, he and his wife are making this video because apparently at some point in their marriage, or maybe even beforehand in the relationship, he didn't take his own advice and he stepped out and he got involved with other women, as you heard them say. Now, upon first impression, nothing really stuck out to me about him, but more so about the wife. Like, I heard her say that she stands with her husband. She's proud to love him. I heard her say that, you know, this is some time ago. They've already processed this, overcame this, dealt with this a long time ago, and nothing's really new to her. But just by her body language, I was really wondering, like, did he force her to do this video? Like, she looks super uncomfortable, like she doesn't want to be there. But then...
Bro, I think I'm going to start watching Derrick Jackson, man. The nigga, he got some manipulation, mental game like a motherfucking G. Game master. My boy is the game master. Oh, my God. So this is a perfect way to dispel some of the evident like behavioral cues that a person that's aware of it will pick up from this video, because it does look bad on him. It does look bad that she, you know, she looks very uncomfortable. I don't think she looks like one of them little sweet girls that I don't know much about her, man, but it just didn't look like she was built for this. It didn't look like she wanted her, like, all of her business to be on the table like that. She looked very uncomfortable doing it, just like he's saying. And I do think that he's selfish. I think he's being selfish in this. I haven't heard all of it, but you know, let's see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Chat that they did right afterwards, and you know, I kind of caught that this is just a part of her personality, so that kind of explains somewhat of her demeanor. You know, she clearly has a mind of her own, if you saw the live chat too, and she said that the live chat even was her idea. So with that, cool, she wants to stand by her husband, she feels like he's worth it, she has that right. Now, as far as what he said, I understand and I completely applaud him taking accountability, because too many times we see dudes and they got this sob story about how they was raised and, you know, they broken home and the goldfish died and they never seen a marriage and all that. He didn't do that. He just took accountability. But I hope he understands that all the accountability in the world is not going to rebuild broken trust. Not on a personal level, and even with the public that he's addressing. Like, even his most loyal supporters at this point will probably have a raised eyebrow from this point forward whenever he wants to condemn another man for something like this. And
this video is an excellent way for him to clean up and fix up the public, like, monstrosity that he's just created. This huge issue that he's created. This is a great way to clean it up, and I applaud him for doing this with the quickness too. The quickness, man.
So hopefully he understands that.
A lot of people don't know this, but the best way to make money with products on Amazon,
Sorry,
like everyone thinks.
I'm broke, you guys. I can't afford premium.
And I also thought it was very intriguing how he brought in God at the end. You know, I don't really hear him speak like that. So, you know, do it God's way or else it's going to fail. Now, if I saw that a couple of years ago, I honestly would have called BS. I honestly would have been like, nah, dude, like, you can't use God as a scapegoat, you know, as if you not having Jesus is why you did what you did. Like, if Jesus was there with you when you was with those other women, Jesus would have zipped up your zipper for you. That's not how it worked. Like, who are you kidding? But now I have a relationship with God for myself, so
It's not about that. And even if you do have a relationship with God, it is not God's. You can't use him to escape your accountability. You didn't even really have much of an accountability. You did the first step of reconciling issues, and then you stopped. That's what you did. That's exactly what happened. So you're addressing the God topic from the wrong perspective on this instance for what you're trying to accomplish. We know you're trying to fix up your public image, but we can see through the veil right here that this is fake, man. This is fake stage shit. And I don't got much on them. You know, I'm just saying, you know, like, I'm just being real. I'm not trying to start no beef, nothing like that, no YouTube beef and shit like that. I ain't nobody for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just keeping it a buck.
Hear things a little bit differently. And what I heard whenever he said that was that, you know, when you go into a godly commitment, which marriage is supposed to be, you can't lean on your own understanding. You can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by your own willpower, your own good intentions and vows and love for a person. If you go into a godly commitment, you have to lean on God. You have to do things like to God's standard. You have to rely on God's grace. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it for the long term. And that I can personally relate to. Now, regardless, whether you like them, love them, or hate them, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves, because...
No, nigga. You just got exposed for contradicting the fucking message that you put out there, bro. This is just... But I'm not knocking this hustle. I'm just letting you guys know what, like... I'm not knocking this hustle. It's a great ass hustle, man. I wish I was doing it. To be for real with you, I wish I could do it. For real. But in this instance, it's just cause you a fucking contradicting, bro. Like, just be real with it. Don't put it on the women. Don't put it on anybody putting you on a pedestal. You created a business. You created an empire. It's like, what if we found out that fucking McDonald's out here was feeding us like humans and like 13% meat and fucking pink goo and shit like that, and they're mass producing it and selling it for $1. Oh. What if we found out that pharmaceutical companies were still were fucking actually not trying to heal you, but just trying to ease the symptoms so that you can still stay dependent on those, or making it extremely addictive so that you keep coming back for it? Oh, wait. We still buy from them, though. Damn. It's still a $1 trillion business. Shit. I don't know. Maybe he's doing something right.
This dude, he never really showed his struggle. You know, we understand, oh, we're all humans and we all make mistakes, but he never showed those mistakes, not for real. I think he wrote about it or something like that, but he never showed that side, so it's not really all on the women. But I've seen a lot of women put this dude on the pedestal to the point of idealizing him and even comparing their man to him. Like, they'll compare their man's good, bad, and ugly whole story to Derrick Jackson's snippet. You know, which is, of course, a standard nobody can meet consistently. That's like a dude taking a picture of another woman who's in shape and she got a 4-pack and, you know, she just beautiful and all of that stuff and her body's just super tight, and him comparing his woman to that woman because his woman got a couple extra pounds from having a baby. Meanwhile, he don't know that woman in the picture may not even be able to have children.
What this nigga talking about?
May be struggling with that and coping with it by working out 2-3 times a day. She may
See, and what he's doing right now is that he's gotten desperate at this point. Like, I give it to him for making an unedited video, but he's gone desperate to the point where he's just rambling on about stuff that's vaguely familiar. But everyone gets most competent people can get a sense in the conversation when things have just gone off the trail, the track. The train of thought is completely in the river at this point. Just jumped off the tracks, hit some heels, and it's gone. It's breaking apart. The cars are breaking apart. Everyone's luggage is flying out and shit. Like, but it's still the train, right? We still see it's the train. You're still kind of on the topic, but
have an unhealthy body image, and that's why she works out obsessively and consistently and looks so good. Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's wise to ever idealize somebody or compare them. Like, not only because somebody can be living a double life, which I don't think is...
Bro, what does this got to do with what you did?
It's quite the case here. According to his wife, behind the scenes, without anybody knowing, of course, this part ain't going to blow up, but he's been putting in the work to kind of reconstruct where that all had been broken since last year. So I don't think it's a double life thing, but you don't know what struggle somebody has behind the scenes. You don't know their shortcomings. You don't know where they're falling short. So...
It's funny when he said double life, and that stuck out. I want you guys to think about this. I'm reading a hell of a lot of books on NLP and conversation and shit like that, you guys. The fact that, like, I don't know about you guys, but that word stuck out like bam, like hidden life. And the immediate thought that I got was he was thinking that. He was beating around the bush trying to address the situation and found the moment where he could sneak this in to address what we've all been thinking. Yes, he has been living a double life. He hadn't mentioned anything about that until right now. He using a totally irrelevant metaphor to bring this up. That's why we know, like, he's been living the double life. That's why you get that suspicious feeling that you get. Something just ain't off about it. But I've just articulated it for you guys. It's because he used it in totally irrelevant metaphor. All like that would, and the words and the sentences that were the story that led up to this irrelevant metaphor was irrelevant in itself. So, and then to address a topic, just slide it in there in the middle of all of this irrelevancy to address what the audience has already been thinking, you guys. That means that he's been doing it. He knows what he's doing, and we on it. I'm on it so far. I'm on it.
To compare, you know, on any level. Nonetheless, I know some people will see this type of video, even though he's come forward and he's been completely honest. Some people are just going to close the book on D. Some people are going to close the book on this dude and say, you know what? I'm done with you. Cancel culture. Come here. I'm more so on the side of his wife and just basically letting this be a new chapter of how I see him, because I do believe that his content over the years has helped a tremendous amount of people. You know,
Baby, forgive me. Baby, please, I'm on your side. Listen, baby, I made a video like this. I'm doing a reaction video. It's a whole third person. Listen, you know it's genuine. You know what I'm saying. Baby, forgive me, please. You know I'm on your side. I'm using God. God is with me now. His grace is going to embody me. I'm gonna embody that spirit. And with God, baby, we can do this. I'm on your side, baby. You know I am. Women are idolizing me. I'm not perfect. I'm not, but I got God's grace on my side. And I'm on your side with him. So really, we here for you, baby. This is for you. I did what I did for you, baby.
Tell the truth, he speaks facts. And quite honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I've needed several new chapters in my own life, Lord knows. And I'm not ashamed.
A lot of people don't know this, but the best way to make money with Amazon in
I did it for
2021
you, baby.
is not by selling.
Shame to say it, but I'm no guru. Those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. And by the way, he has a book detailing how he and his wife overcame all of this in their private lives a long time ago, matter of fact. It's called Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other.
Subtle plug, bro. Oh my God. And this is what I'm saying, man. Ain't no beef, man. I just deconstructing an event that happened. But there's a lot of game that I can get from Derrick Jackson. I'm actually finna start watching his channel, you guys. This nigga he's on it, man. That was flawless. Flawless video. Flawless victory, man. Damn. This nigga real with it.
So if you're in a situation like this, you want to let God in to totally restore it better than new, click the link down in the bio or up in the bio in the caption. I got a 50% off deal for you guys who are watching this video right now. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace.
Y'all, that nigga the GOAT, bro. That nigga good with it. That nigga good with it. Oh my gosh. I almost wonder if it was a publicity stunt, you guys. That shit's icy, man. Well, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. See you later. Next time. Damn. Man, that shit was epic. That shit was dope.